I've spent years studying the rules. You can ace the tests and read the books, with thousands of vocabulary words stored away. But the moment someone asks you a question in English, your brain just freezes. This happens because we often treat language like a subject to be memorized. In this model, grammar acts as a static database of information, a library of rules that sits waiting to be used. A massive database is only as useful as the speed of your brain's processor. Real fluency lives in that millisecond of retrieval and output, the speed at which your mind can pull that data and turn it into speech in real time. It's a physical skill, much like riding a bicycle. You can study the physics of balance and pedal momentum until you understand the mechanics perfectly, but that knowledge won't keep you upright the first time you get on the seat. When the words won't come, you're usually hitting a point of friction in the brain's processing path.
To understand why your fluency stalls, we have to look at the specific bottlenecks that slow that data stream to a crawl. The first major block in that pipeline is translation lag. When you want to say something, your brain often tries to run through 4 distinct steps: thinking of the idea in your native language, translating it into English, checking the grammar, and finally speaking. This multi-step process creates severe latency. By the time you formulated a response, the conversation has moved on. It is neurologically impossible to keep up with the speed of natural speech if your brain has to translate every single concept. The heaviest burden on your processing speed is step 3, the grammar check. Linguist Stephen Krashen calls this the monitor. It's a resource-heavy program running constantly in the background of your mind. Instead of letting words flow, the monitor interrupts to run manual checks. Is it has or have? Am I using the right tense? Should there be a the here? Natural communication moves too fast for constant rule checking. Relying on the monitor guarantees slow, hesitant speech that never feels quite right. But there is a second bottleneck that can cause a total system freeze. It's an emotional roadblock known as the affective filter. When you focus too much on speaking perfectly, you trigger performance anxiety. This anxiety acts like a literal firewall, blocking your brain from accessing the language data you've worked so hard to store. This data shows how widespread this block really is. A massive 66% of learners agree that they feel anxious during an English class, even when they've prepared for it. That stress has a direct cognitive consequence. Nearly 61% of students report that anxiety causes them to forget things they actually know while they're trying to communicate. The root of this freeze is often a social one. Over 60% of learners are actively worrying about making mistakes in front of other people. Children learn their first language differently. Without an ego to protect, they acquire speech by fearlessly making thousands of errors without stopping to self-correct. Mental pressure from perfectionism actively blocks your natural speaking ability. Progress is only possible once that affective filter is lowered. Bypassing these cognitive bottlenecks requires a shift in strategy. You have to move away from studying rules and start adopting micro-habits that train your brain for direct output. Start by narrating your life in simple English. I am walking. This coffee is hot. This simple exercise bypasses your native language, wiring the physical concept directly to the English word. Next, stop building every sentence from scratch, word by word. Fluent speakers rely on ready-made patterns. If you memorize chunks like "in my opinion" or "I feel like," your brain can retrieve the whole phrase instantly. To build the necessary muscle memory, you have to practice speaking out loud to yourself for at least 10 minutes every single day. This also requires a change in mindset. Abandon the goal of perfect grammar and prioritize clear, fast communication above all else. Fluency is a skill built through use and through mistakes. If you're ready to stop translating and start speaking, subscribe to Algorithm, and let's optimize your learning algorithm.